Well, there's the season, you guys. There's the 2019 Green Bay Packers. Season has come to a close, 37-20. The 49ers obviously were just too much for this Packer team, and they're off to Super Bowl 54 to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. That's all there is to it. But let me tell you this. I am so proud of this team. I'm so proud of this team. We went 13-3 with a rookie head coach, made it to an NFC championship game, only to run into another buzzsaw team coached by Kyle Shanahan, who was coincidentally the last time we faced an NFC championship in the NFC championship game. It was against the Atlanta Falcons, who coincidentally had Kyle Shanahan. I mean, he just knows how to attack our defense. And congratulations to Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers. You're going to go and win the Super Bowl. It's already been decided. The 49ers are going to win Super Bowl 54. So congratulations, 49ers. Congratulations, San Francisco 49er fans. This was a very good victory for you guys, and a very good victory overall in the 2019 season. This was your year, and hats off. You guys have a great defense, man, and I would like to give a shout out to a 49er fan that I watch here on YouTube. He makes great videos. His name is Niner JTV. Really good video maker. He does all kinds of things, not just on his 49ers, but also other league news, NFL wide. Really good guy. Sub him up if you'd like to go check him out, and sub him up if you would like to. He makes great content. So congratulations, you guys. You earned it. My Packers, we obviously did not earn it, and even though I thought this was our year, I really thought this team was going to win it all. I just felt it in all of my extremities that this 2019 team was just had the makings of Super Bowl champion written all over it. I was wrong. That's okay. We're going to come back next season. We're going to come back better. We're going to come back stronger. We're going to come back better on defense, and maybe some more weapons on offense for Aaron Rodgers, as we obviously were just kind of exposed in the areas which we were weak in, and that was the run defense and lack of weapons at wide receiver for Aaron Rodgers, lack of the difference maker at tight end, as several guys were just too old and slow to be able to go down the seam and be able to catch passes in the middle of the field. Obviously, the biggest weakness of this whole entire year was the run defense, and that really came back to bite us hard, as Raheem Mostert was just amazing. We had no answers for him. He got yards at will, and you know that Raheem Mostert was obviously kind of like the backup running back, and he was playing behind Tevin Coleman and Matt Breida before all of the injuries started to pile up on the 49ers at the running back position. And then Raheem Mostert just kind of came out of nowhere and just looked like a really good back. He looks like he could start on just about any team. So a heck of a game for Raheem Mostert. And before Tevin Coleman got hurt with an elbow injury, he looked like he was going to run all over this defense either. So obviously this run defense just did not come to play at all. And that was really what really doomed us, was obviously the run defense and just being able to stop the running game. And that's what really did us in, aside from the turnovers, which one of them was the crucial bad snap and where Corey Linsley fumbled the ball that gave the 49ers the ball back, and they were able to score points off that turnover. Aaron Rodgers threw an untimely interception that was slightly underthrown to Geronimo Allison. That was picked off by Mosley, the second corner of the 49ers. It's not a very great day for the Packers on offense, even though we were able to move the football and be able to score some points, even though they were kind of in garbage time. But what held this offense back from being able to score was the turnovers, and That's all it was. We were moving the football pretty well. Aaron Jones was able to have a pretty decent game on the ground. Aaron was able to make a few throws to receivers, a couple to Alan Lazard, but most of them went to Davante Adams, as Davante really is our only really legit starting weapon on offense at receiver. So hopefully this next upcoming off season, we are going to address that need, and we are going to get Aaron Rodgers another weapon at wide receiver. Alan Lazard is probably a number 3 receiver, and he certainly has definitely earned his spot as a capable receiver in this offense, and I'm excited to see what Aaron can do with Davante, a number 2, and Alan Lazard going forward, with Kumaro, MVS, and a few, who knows who else will come up and step up and be able to. We could have a pretty deep receiving core if we address the need in the offseason. And again, I just want to say that I'm proud of this team. This team has exceeded my expectations. I was not thinking 13-3 and making it to an NFC Championship game with a rookie head coach. I was thinking something more along the lines of a 10-6, 11-5 record, and possibly making a deep playoff run, maybe to an NFC Championship game if things were to fall the way that I was thinking that would probably be for best case scenario. But like I said, just a really, really good. This has just been a really good season. It's disappointing it turned out this way, where it was basically a gashing by the 49ers again. I mean, 37-8 was in week 12 was really not an outlier. It was really reality, and that's what the 49ers, just in all of reality, they're just that much better than we are. They just have their way with us, and they did it again. And that's why they're headed off to the Super Bowl and to probably win the Super Bowl. As far as the stat line goes, Aaron was 31 of 39 for 326 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, with the second one being more of like a punt to Richard Sherman, as it was a desperation deep heave to Davante Adams that wound up getting picked off at the 2-yard line by Sherman that iced the game. Aaron Jones got 12 carries for 56 yards and a touchdown. Obviously, I don't think he got enough carries in this game, and that's kind of what really didn't help things, was that obviously being down so late in the game, that's why Jones wasn't able to get his carries, and that's what ultimately having the ball taken out of his hands. Jamal Williams, I was hoping that he was going to get some carries in this game and be able to help grind out the tough yards, as the 49ers have a tendency to stiffen in the run game. He only got 3 carries for 6 yards. Not a very good game for him. And when on the carries that he got, Davante Adams, 9 catches for 138 yards, no touchdowns, unfortunately, but a really good game from Davante, as he was one of the only few guys to really step up to the plate and make some plays against the 49er defense. Jimmy Graham got 4 catches for 59, Al Lazard 3 for 36, Aaron Jones 5 for 27 and a touchdown, and then Jake Kumaro, 1 catch for a big 23 yards. So that's really all that much to speak of, is that this group of receivers and tight ends it's what we have. It's not great, but obviously this team was able to make do with this group and still able to win some games, and that's what it came down to. Obviously the people will say that this was a fraud 13-3 team. Well, come on now, we beat the Seattle Seahawks at Lambeau, and then we just wound up running into the 49ers, who were obviously a great 13-3 team. Simple as that. They were just much more complete than we were, and that's why they're headed off to the Super Bowl, and we're not. We still have a whole lot to work on, and I believe that with a good off season of looking at the draft, looking into free agency, I believe that some of the deficiencies we can overcome. We can fill in the holes and get back together next year and come back stronger in 2020. And I don't want to say this that next year is going to be a year of redemption, because this was the year of the redemption tour. The 2019 Green Bay Packers, the redemption tour has been fulfilled, even though we fell short of the ultimate goal of reaching Super Bowl 54. But that's okay. We did it anyway. We got the head coach that we need. We got the majority of the players. We got a good core of players. We got some leaders on both sides of the ball. On the defense, we have Zadarius Smith, we have Preston, we have on the offense, we have Aaron, we have Devontae, we have Jonesy. On defense, Tramon Williams. I'm gonna go back to the offense again. Brian Balaga, David Bakhtiari, all those guys. They played good. They all had good seasons. And most of those were worthy of the Pro Bowl. Unfortunately, they will not be going to the Pro Bowl because of popularity. But don't care about the Pro Bowl. It's stupid. It's overrated. They were snubbed, man. That's just how it always goes. Is that some players will get snubbed, and it is what it is. So just because the season is over for the Green Bay Packers doesn't mean that I won't be back to talk more Green Bay Packers football. Obviously, there's a whole off season to go over, to address things on the draft, getting an overlook on the free agents, and obviously what we can look at to see what the Packers can do in come free agency, and who we can pick up to improve the team. All of that. So stay tuned for some more videos, and I'll catch you guys later. Go Pack Go.